Hello everyone, it is Heather and I'm here with you this morning with another pretty cool hotel room and hotel complex tour. Megan and I, my daughter and I, it is May 17th, 2025, and we are at the Renaissance Minneapolis. This is a Marriott hotel at the Depot. Now, the Depot, I meant to look up the history of the Depot earlier this morning and I completely forgot and just started filming the video. But anyway, I do know that at some point in history, this was a railroad station. So this was where trains came through. Now, there's no tracks anywhere near here now. So it's been a long time, but there are still remnants of when this was a big railroad station and also like some other parts of it. Now I'm going to show you all of that. So it's a really old historical building in downtown Minneapolis. It's got a lot of really neat features. And I don't think Marriott has had it the entire time it's been here. It's been here a long time and it's been some different things. But Marriott has turned it into a Renaissance hotel. Sorry, Megan's just packing up behind me. Renaissance is one of Marriott's a little bit more upscale brands.
It's a four-star hotel.
It's a four-star hotel, yeah. It's pretty nice. We were just here for one night. We went to a play last night at the Guthrie Theater, which we've done before. And in the past, we've stayed at the Hilton Curio Collection Hotel. Remember what that one's called? I'll link a video from one of those stays up there. We've stayed there a few times. We just wanted to give this one a try because this is a place I've been curious about for a very long time. And there's a lot of event space here. There was at least one wedding reception last night. Yeah, and it is also very easy walking distance to the Guthrie Theater. This would also be someplace I think you could stay if you wanted to go to US Bank Stadium for an event. Obviously, again, they have a lot of event space here, so there's things going on. There is at least one restaurant that we had dinner at last night. And a bar, there's a nice lounge. Some really neat, cool features to this hotel, and we're gonna show you all of that in this video today. So because I'm in the room right now, and it's morning, we just spent the night here, I'm going to show you the room first, and then we're gonna take you all around and show you everything around the Depot. Now, we're staying in the Renaissance, but the Residence Inn, which is also a Marriott property, is attached to this building. We actually walked through it last night to go to the Guthrie because it was raining, but our hotel front desk also did lend us umbrellas, which was very nice. So we didn't have to get wet walking to and from the theater, so that was really nice. We returned them after we used them. So let me show you around the room, and then we'll go and look at the rest of the hotel. Okay, I'm gonna start you as if we're getting off the lift, and you come out and there's this really funky light fixture over there, and I just think this is the coolest thing. So this whole wall is mirrors with these cool mirror things, and there's a bench right there, and there's, look at this old style phone. I mean, it's a new modern phone, but that's a house phone, like an old dial phone. I just think that's so cool. And then there's rooms in both directions. You can see like the basic structure of the hotel is old and historic, but this is where we are, kind of. We're gonna go down to this little coffee place down here because Megan wants to get a coffee. And then over here, there's this cool ice station. There's a pop machine here, trash can, and there's a microwave and a sink, and they have ice already pre-bagged that you can just grab. So that's kind of nice. And then our room is literally right here. We're on the corner, but there are no windows facing this way. So that's kind of weird. And then the hallway just continues down there. We are in room 675. Our keys actually indicate that we are Gold Elite. I have the highest status with any brand with Marriott. Okay, I've turned on all the lights. Okay, now this right away is interesting. So we've got some funky wallpaper here. It's like historic wallpaper, and it has all sorts of things on it. Bicycles, is that a loon? Fish. What is that, Aries? I don't know. You know, like, I mean, just all sorts of stuff. Insects. It's just kind of cool. And then this really threw us. So that's the bathroom, but this is not a door. This is frosted glass, but only on this side. So you can see it's clear on the bottom. But we were so confused because when the light is off in the bathroom, this turns black basically, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's really weird. But when you're in the bathroom, you can see through this way.
Yes.
So you, like...
Which is additionally creepy.
Right, which we thought, like, what is that? So you can see if someone's coming when you're in the bathroom? I don't know. It's weird. I wonder if the bathroom door was originally here and they reconfigured the bathrooms and switched the door around where it is now. But anyway, thermostat here. Here's the general layout of the room. We did spend the night here last night. 2 queen beds. Beds were good, I thought, yeah?
Yeah.
Big, new, thick, perfect firmness of mattress. Pillows could have been a little better.
Yeah.
As many hotel pillows are,
I
but
stacked my pillows and I still got a huge
dent because they're a little too soft, I think. 2 reading lights there, as you can see above Meg. But one thing we did notice is a little bit of a flaw is the switches are way up here. So if you're laying in the bed and you still have your reading light on, it's kind of hard to reach that.
Yeah.
Cool headboard set up here. Lots of plugs. One thing in this room does not lack is plugs. There is a ton. Outlets, yeah. I mean, there's regular outlets there, 2 USBs, both sides. Phone. I just think this table is cool. It kind of has the impression of like a trunk. Everything's kind of travel-y themed.
Yeah.
In this hotel, which I really like. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
The one in New Orleans. That was World War II 40s themed. It kind of reminds me of that, but that was a Hilton. There's an alarm clock. There's a drawer here with the Holy Bible and the Book of Mormon inside. And then there is a little shelf down there, but boy, it'd be easy to forget something if you put it down there. And then over here is climate control. And then we are right across the street from a United States Federal Office building. Poor thing, it's probably gutted of employees. And then that way, is that Orchestra Hall? No, what is that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what any of these neighboring buildings are. There's apartment buildings and stuff. And again, that's Dunn Brothers Coffee right down there. We're gonna go check that out in a little bit. And the front portico is right below us here. And there's valet, or you can self-park. And I self-parked, which was $30. Valet cost more than that. Okay, there's a nice big long desk here. Excuse all of our stuff. With a desk lamp on it. The TV is above it. My name was on the TV when we checked in. It's a cool chair. Not the most comfortable in the world, but still. Oh, yeah, there's glasses, and this is tea stuff in here. And then there's a little mini fridge in there. These big waters are $6. There's a little coffee pot there, coffee maker, and an ice bucket. But you can, again, just go grab those bags of ice from that thing in the Oh, there is a bag in there though, Meg.
Oh, okay.
We thought maybe there wouldn't be bags in them because they already bag out the ice for you, but. And then there's one of these things that you know I love, that I've talked about, where they've built in a space for you to set your luggage, which is very, very nice. My phone is ringing, hold on. Okay, and then there's some kind of cool touches in the decor. I mean, just kind of making it look, you know, old-fashioned and homey, like this photograph of a snow scene, and this print of like a rubbing of a tree trunk rings. And this really, I really like this photo of this woman getting on the train. I just think that's cool. And then there's this mirror with this little shelf right here. Hello. And then there's a full-length mirror on the closet door. Now, the bathroom door is a sliding door on a rail. Again, they use that as a space saver. The closet door is tight. Like, it pulls open okay. The light goes on automatically. Our jackets are there. There's a iron and an ironing board and a whole bunch of laundry bags and a big safe. But when you shut it, you really gotta push. It sounds like it's gonna chop off somebody's finger. Okay, in the bathroom here, behind the sliding door, not a fan of this, and this is another reason I think they might have reconfigured where the door is in the bathroom.
Yeah.
The toilet is right here, so you're actually right next to the door, and there is a pretty significant gap there, you know, like for sound. So I don't love that, and that's another reason I kind of feel like this glass panel over here, that the door was originally there, and they just changed it around. This wallpaper is so funky. I don't think you can see it very well, but it's almost like leather. It's weird. Okay, nice sink area. Soap, and they also gave us lotion. Hair dryers down there. The towels are very nice. They're very nice towels. Little trash can. The shower is also very nice. Meg, how was the shower last night?
It was good. I liked it. I used both the overhead thing and the little spritzer.
One thing, yeah.
Yeah. The temperature was a little hard to get right.
Okay.
I needed it turned less towards the hot side than I thought I did.
Okay.
Which is different than other showers.
Yeah, usual, yeah.
But the water pressure was very good.
And again, I keep seeing this lately, where the control for the shower is completely opposite of the shower head. I think that's such a plumbing mystery. Like,
I like doing that though, because then I can reach into the shower, turn the thing on, and not
be standing under the water?
Standing under the water.
Yeah.
When I'm turning the shower.
It's nice for convenience. I just wonder if it's hard to build.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is nice. It's just, that means there's got to be pipes running, you know, somewhere. So, how were the products?
Good. They didn't smell like anything really, but they were like this cool orange green color.
Kevin Murphy Young Again. I have never heard of that. Okay, so that's the bathroom. And there's this cool picture over the toilet. And that's about it for the room. So this was our room at the Renaissance Minneapolis. And now we'll go show you the rest of the hotel.
This psychedelic woman.
The freaky woman is also in the elevator.
She's everywhere. She's the mascot.
She's the mascot, yeah. There are 2 underground parking levels. We're on P1, and then P2 is deeper, and there are 6 floors, so we're on the top floor. So there is an ATM here. Oh no, it's the parking pay station, but it's out of order, so pay at the gate. There is an ATM, we'll show you that. This is all the stuff that's in here. And we're gonna go there second, because that goes a long way in that direction. There are restrooms right there. We're gonna come out here first. Over here on the left is the lounge. It is quite busy. There's lounge there. Yeah, this was, right, it was very busy last night. Are they eating breakfast? There's no free breakfast, obviously, because it's not that kind of hotel, but we ate here last night at Milwaukee Road. Front desk is here. And service was excellent. Food was really, really good.
Yes.
We got some mocktails, were really good. There is orange water here that we got last night too, available for anyone who needs it. And then over here, we liked this little area. There's like a railroad map. Everything's train themed. And all these cool trunks. And I said, wow, what a cool Instagram spot. And then sure enough, they have a selfie camera for you. And we took some pictures last night. And then around this corner, sorry, there is an ATM. So this is actually the front entrance of the hotel, and valet is there. Oh, coffee.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're gonna go get coffee. So if we go out the front door, we're under the thing. Our room then is up that way.
It's very chilly.
It is very cold today. Yeah, it's like 45 degrees or something. And yet, was it last week it was 90?
Yeah.
And so we're going right over here to Dunn Brothers Coffee. So it's not part of the hotel or attached to the hotel, but it is just steps away. Oh wow. All right, now that we got our ridiculously large drinks, here, show Meg. That's a small, and my tea is a large, but the small is like, what is that, like 16 ounces? I don't know.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Oh, I should take a picture of this. This is the outside front. There is some outdoor seating here too, which I'm assuming is owned by Dunn Brothers, not the hotel, but I mean, like, it literally just merges together here. Because the hotel is right here. Okay, and now we're gonna take you to the other end. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just adjusting so I can actually drink mine.
Okay. I don't think I can drink mine yet, it's too hot. Customer service here is excellent, by the way. They helped me use my Marriott Bonvoy gift card that I had.
You know, it does look like they didn't fill the cup up all the way to start, so maybe that they just put the
In a bigger,
size of a small.
in a bigger cup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For a small.
Okay, so we're back to the elevators, the restrooms. And then we're kind of in like convention center space here. There's nice signage everywhere, lots of seating, and everything is train themed. So if you don't know your trains like I do, because my dad is a humongous train buff. Soo Line, that's the railroad. This is the name of this room.
It's the most stunning bathroom I've ever seen.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, is there people in there?
One.
Megan says the bathroom is stunning. Here's the social media. Oh gosh, yeah, that's gorgeous. Sorry, photography. There's a sign that says no photography.
Shoot.
It's
I want
okay.
to take a picture of it for writing reference.
Yeah. And then like this room is Hiawatha. That's a train. So everything is train themed. And this, we're getting to that. That's outside. again, the Sioux Line room, Hiawatha number 2. Really cool train photography everywhere. And then out here, look at this. This is like spillover outside seating for the dining room. And then you can see we're kind of at the back here. What is all that over there?
I don't know.
Where
I
is
think it's a museum. Do you see those signs?
Yeah, I don't know what that is over there.
Oh no, those are for the hotel.
So there must be a part of the hotel that we're not seeing. Where is that? We'll have to see that. But anyway.
Go out this door.
Yeah, and then cut across maybe. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Let's show everything on this side first. Okay, and then there's mezzanine rooms, patio. Here's human resources. And then long, long hallway. So these are still Renaissance rooms. Same numbers, same doors.
Can you take this for a second?
Yeah.
Here.
So this is still the Renaissance, but I think, yeah, see the sign that says Residence Inn?
Yeah.
So then it transitions. There is a ramp for accessibility. I have gotten pretty good at the stairs though, as long as I'm on the left. There's all this cool train memorabilia. My dad would just love this. The Lionel trains, and this is really cool. There's 4 cabinets of it. So if you have a train buff in your life, they would really get a kick out of this. Oh. And then there's another elevator that goes up to the room levels. You do need key card access to go up to the room levels. And then here is a very nice fitness center. Get it so nobody's in the shot. Really nice big fitness center. And another conference room. Ooh, with a bunch of luggage. I think there's some kind of athletic thing going on. Oh, and I passed the pool. The pool is nice. This is the pool. So nice little indoor pool. And then when we pass through here, which they can close these doors off if they need to, this is now the Residence Inn, which is more long-term stay, and they're kind of like little apartments. We have stayed in Residence Inns before, and I will link up above one of the videos from when we stayed at a Residence Inn. I know we've stayed in a few of them, so Residence Inns are also very nice. More like a little long-term stay apartment type style lodging, and also owned and run by Marriott. So you walk through these. And the staff here at the desk in the Residence Inn last night helped us too when we were trying to find our way to the Guthrie. And this is the lobby. You would come here? Yeah, it's very nice. It's a nice, little more casual. There's a fireplace over here. Little sundae shop, and then it keeps going. And they do have complimentary breakfast at Residence Inn. So if you're looking for a place with free breakfast, you could stay here. Fireplaces on both sides. Okay. And then we went out this door last night. And we had our umbrellas that they had given us. Here's the Uber pickup because it was raining. And then we just turned right and we walked that way down to the Guthrie. The Guthrie Theater, you can see with those lighted signs that are moving up there. This is a bike path. And then that black thing that goes over the top of the street, that's actually to move large set pieces from their set shop over to the theater. It is not, as some people believe, a walkway for people who park in the parking ramp on the right. You have to cross at street level and get across the street. So we walked down there to the theater and saw our play. We saw The Mousetrap, which I was actually in back in the day. I played the role of Molly Ralston. We walked back here last night, back to our hotel. Got to bed just after midnight. So it's a nice area here. right, should we go outside and kind of cut across? Okay. All right. Oh, more railroad memorabilia. Those are like crew service uniforms, yeah. That's cool. And the elevators are right there. We're gonna go out this way. So now we're going into like the center. Okay, and this is the parking. You can see this whole structure here. That's like the trains went under that back in the day. And then this was the station somehow. So we came in through that parking gate last night, and you can either park here in this surface lot, or you can go down the ramp right here, which is what we did, and park inside. We wanted to park inside because it was raining. So we're down on P1. I would say let's go around this way, yeah. And it, like I said, it was $30 a day to self-park, or it was $55 for valet. So this is all Residence Inn, this brick here. And then the Renaissance is that little orangier brick part, that's the Renaissance. So here's the parking garage. Let's go over to this.
Sure.
And there's this cool statue here of this railroad employee. Which is kind of neat. This is all event space. So yeah, that looks like they're setting up for maybe a wedding. More railroad stuff. Oh, there's a caribou.
Wow. Oh. Okay, what I was pointing out yesterday was that thing next to the caribou. And I see
The
now
Crooked Pint
is the
Ale House?
Crooked Pint Ale House.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at when you said that's the ice rink.
Oh! And you're like, what?
I was like, I couldn't tell if it was a bar or a movie theater.
It does look like it
And you
used
were
to.
like, it's an ice rink. I was like,
It looks like it used to be a movie theater. All right, we came in this door, so opposite the one we walked out of before over there, and there's another parking pay station and an elevator. So yeah, they're definitely setting up for a wedding, probably tonight.
where do you think the ceremony will take place?
At a church somewhere.
And then they come here for the
And then they come here for the reception, yeah. That's what we did. Restrooms. Oh yeah, see what it's like.
train station vibes.
Train station vibes?
Yeah,
Okay.
green and kind of vintage.
Okay. They have very cool music playing everywhere. Lots of event rooms here. Zephyr, another train name.
That could be a wedding plan.
That's a cool picture.
That is a cool picture.
Okay, this shows it to you then. This is a historic picture. Yep, from 1900. And you can see the tower of the station. That's cool. This place is cool. Ooh, what's this?
Cobblestone. It's like some of the original cobblestone.
Yeah, they preserved it. That's pretty cool.
I like that it's kind of like a little museum spot and not like you can actually walk on.
Right, that is nice. So nothing happens to it. Oh my gosh, these are great photographs. So you can see the trains came right in here, right where we're standing, because this is the roof of it above us. And like the steam came up and everything. That is so cool. I want to say, Meg, tell me if I'm right, that train is in the Chicago Museum of Science and Industry. A car just like that.
I think so.
And you could go in it and everything.
At least, maybe not that specific train.
I think it is the
This-
Hiawatha.
The same model at least.
Here's a big space. Whoa. Whoa. Maybe this is where they have the ice rink.
This feels like a concert.
This is huge. Big restrooms over here. You taking a picture? This is enormous. So this was the inside of the train platform. We came from that way. we're walking back toward the hotel. Okay, so this shows, wow, look at this big map. That thing is huge. Takes up the whole wall. Yeah, it's a big map. I think it's this event. Maybe it's not a wedding. It's the CRRF Dream 2025, whatever that is. I think I saw it on the website. It's expansive. I mean, it just goes and goes and goes. I actually do think the ice rink might be in there.
Okay. I feel like it makes more sense if it's inside.
Because it's cold.
Yeah, they can keep the temperature set.
If you're wondering about that, we play hockey here in Minnesota. There's a lot of hockey. They know how to make ice inside buildings. There's these parking pay stations just like about everywhere. More cool wallpaper. They really want to make sure you pay for your parking. But another one out of order. Okay, so there's a prom and a wedding and the dream event.
Interesting.
So this must be today's events. The Empire Builder. I have ridden that train so many times.
The conservatory. Wait, we were just over there.
I think we were in the conservatory, yeah. The Winter Garden. Ooh. How magical. Oh, that's set up for a wedding ceremony.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Another guy here. Look at this picture. That's so cool. Hollywood stars. Who's in this? Desi Arnaz, Oliver Hardy. Megan, look who's in this picture. Groucho Marx. So this is where we are. Okay. Read the caption on the thing. They do have it set up for a wedding ceremony, which is really pretty. It's actually two gentlemen getting married. Lots of cool historic stuff here. These white ghost people statues reminds me of the Smithsonian. And then out here, this is a really cool wall. There's a list of event things, and there is a map. We saw this one other place too, so there's these kind of interactive maps to show you where you are. So we started, there's Dunn Brothers Coffee, and we came in the front door and we walked all the way down here, and then we cut across here, and now we've walked all the way back up. So it's basically a great big rectangle with parking in the middle. Lots and lots of really cool historical photos. And now we're back to that patio that we saw. And we are back to the main lobby. Thank you very much for joining us for this tour of the Renaissance Minneapolis and also the Residence Inn Minneapolis and the event space that they have here. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up down below. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. Have a great day everyone and safe travels.